Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is about Paul Blart, played by Kevin James. After 6 days of marriage, his girlfriend from the first movie divorces him, and a couple days later, his mom gets hit by a milk truck after getting the daily newspaper, and then he ends up receiving a letter that says that he has to go to Las Vegas to give a speech, and him and his daughter go, and she tries to keep a secret about her getting accepted into a college, and while Paul Blart is giving his speech at the hotel, he ends up finding out that there are these thieves at the hotel trying to steal paintings. In my opinion, this movie was absolute garbage. I'm not hating on this movie just because I got bad reviews, but I did want to see this movie because it looked okay from the trailers and it did have an interesting concept. I actually enjoyed the first Paul Blart Mall Cop for what it was. It had some tolerable acting, funny moments here and there, and in a story that's kind of cliche, but it's one I can get into if it's done right, and it was done right for the most part. And this had an interesting story, but it just didn't work. It ended up being the same movie again, except with rehashed jokes, new jokes that don't even work, and villains that are so dull and unmenacing that it just weighs the movie down so much, and Kevin James can't save it as Paul Blart in this movie whatsoever. Him and his daughter Maya, played by Rainy Rodriguez, didn't really have all the interesting of chemistry because it's always the same thing over and over again in a lot of movies where there's an overprotective father and the daughter wants him to stop spying on her so much, even though it's possibly the most serious part of the movie, and it was ruined the least with the jokes that were in the movie. The movie was also very predictable, especially with the fight scenes that were at the end of the movie, which I could really care less about because they weren't entertaining at all. And when it tries to get serious, apparently funny moment just ruins it, and it happened quite a few times in the movie. Also thought it was really stupid that the ending was shown in the trailer where Paul Blart gets kicked by a horse, and the horse was CGI, and just like in Grown Ups 2 at the beginning with the CGI deer, it's just not funny, and it's just really ridiculous on how that's how they would end the movie. And overall, this film is just absolutely awful in my opinion. The only moment I sort of chuckled at was when the kid slapped Paul Blart in the face in the beginning of the movie. I thought he deserved it because Kevin James' acting in this movie was absolutely horrendous, while in the first one, he was actually a likable character. But in this, his character is still likable, but Kevin James' acting and all the stuff he tried to do to be funny just so cliche that I could just really care less about it. If you like the first one, sure, give it a chance. You'll probably enjoy it a lot more than I did. But really, this is definitely one of the worst films of the year. Now I'm going to give Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 0.5 out of 5 stars.